bunch, 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 bunch. I don't know. Someday I will have a nice, fancy pre-roll animated theme song kind of thing that I could use on here. It'll be great. It'll be great one of these days. Not today, obviously. We're still getting started on the whole live streaming thing. Still getting used to being regular on that. But it's starting. It's starting. And I got a few things. I got a few animations here and there that I work on for this. I got a animation right here going that I made of Troy, the illustrious creator, writer, artist of our beautiful Juanpool here. This way, yes. It takes a while to get used to the flipping on the screen, but there it is. I'll get there eventually too. Left is right, right is left, up is down, except not really. So hey, hello, hi, how are you? I am Josh the Amazing Animator on Twitter. You can find me there at Josh Animator. Yes, I have changed my my Twitter @. I thought it was a little more appropriate to have it as what my title usually is on Twitter. So I changed it from Morden Knight to Josh Animator. So I couldn't do the full Josh the Amazing Animator, but it's close enough. It'll be a little more easy for people to remember. Much easier to remember than a discarded character name that I created in grade 8. And that's what that is. That's where that came from. But it is no longer there because I have moved on from that. And I am on to bigger and better things. Particularly Pineapple Pizza Man. That is the comic that I am writing for Science Wizard Comics. Starring an amazing pineapple pizza slice, an anthropomorphic pineapple pizza slice from outer space, who has come to Earth and become a superhero here. So that's going to be fun. So that's the general overall premise for Pineapple Pizza Man, if you haven't already become familiar with that. Sorry, I'm just typing out the little Twitter message to get people in here. If there's people in here already, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming. We're going to be talking a lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff that I'm really excited about, particularly our boy here, Juanpool, because he's going into fulfillment hard at this point. I might as well say what I'm actually talking about. Longpool. Okay, so that's out. Share it if you're here. Please share the link so I can get a little more traction, get more people in here. The more people in here, the better. Helps us grow. Helps me get the word out too to all the various people. I'll also be posting an update to the Indiegogo tonight before the night is through. But my main focus has been getting to fulfillment, and it's been a bit of a long road getting to that point because, as many of you know, we had this company that we were initially going to be doing the printing through. And that did not go well. They're called AM Print Solutions. They're based out of the States, I believe Florida, and they operate, they do all their printing in China. So of course we got screwed by them. They stole our money, they stopped talking to us, and we never got our product from them. So yeah, I've been, before we get into the Juanpool stuff, I do want to share a few fun things I made. I made a couple of memes about AM Print Solutions and what they did with us. So I got this one here, actually printing Juanpool like I was paid to do, running away with the money and cutting off all communication with client. That's the AM way. That's the AM Print Solutions way. That's the dirty that they did us on Juanpool. We paid them. They ran away with the money. We didn't get our books. That's called robbery. And I will be looking into steps to take to get some sort of restitution. Because after that happened, I had to pay out of pocket for the printing of Longpool. They were like, oh, we can't print because of COVID. Why? It's so hard. And so, I made this other meme to illustrate that argument from them and our reaction to it. So it's like, here's AM on the left going, it's impossible to print Juanpool issue 1 because COVID and stuff. And then, of course, we're the cat on the right with Science Wizard Comics Series is like, well, I just printed both issues through another company, packed them all up, and started fulfillment. Fuck you. And excuse the language, I try to keep it clean on here, but these guys, AM Print Solutions, they made me mad, and I wanted to make a couple of memes. I wanted to dunk on them a little bit. If anybody ends up having some ideas for memes that they want to share, that they want to send us, by all means, please do. We'll share it on our Twitter. We'll share it on the stream here, too. I love memes. Juanpool was born from a meme. If you talk to Troy and you know a little bit about the history of Juanpool and where he came from and how he came to be, it was through memes, particularly a meme creation contest, like a meme character creation contest. I believe it was on Captain Cummings' channel. And that was Troy's, I guess, I don't know if he won it or not, but that was his submission for that. And we all know the history, we all know where it went after that. Juanpool is a fantastic book series. He's got so much cool stuff planned for the future. I can't wait for him to get onto issue 3. And that's one of the things with crowdfunding and with the how Juanpool's gone is we were in over our heads with like timing. Timing was a big issue with us initially. We didn't really know how long it was going to take to do everything. Troy got started a little bit late on things, and then COVID, and then job stuff with him, and house searching and all that. There was a whole lot of stuff, and we kind of jumped into it, not realizing how much that stuff would get in the way. So it's a learning process, and we've learned a lot. We've come a long way. We've learned our lessons. We've actually gotten it's a pretty tight ship now as far as our plans for all this stuff. And when we move forward with Pineapple Pizza Man and Chicken Warrior with Smackin' Kraken, if you don't know him, follow him on Twitter. It's Smackin' Kraken. That's SMACKINKRAKEN on Twitter. He's the creator of the Chicken Warrior, which is going to be our 3rd book released through Science Wizard Comics. And here's another meme for AM. I don't want to move on to something else before sharing this one with everybody because this one's my favorite. So we got that classic Scooby-Doo meme, and we're Fred, obviously. All right, AM Print Solutions. Let's see who you really are. Ew, I touched it. I love it. I love dunking on them because they are bad people. Straight up bad people. Don't do business with them if you're an indie. I do not recommend. Highly disrecommend. I know that's not a word. Don't make fun of me. I know Sashi will make fun of me anyway. And also Carrot and Shtick. She'll always make fun of me for not making my bed. Instead of making my bed, I just took all the blankets off of it. It's good enough, right? We'll see. It's never good enough for you people. Oh. I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. Why am I in a good mood? Because I got back to fulfillment. I finally managed to pay off the debt of having done the printing for issues 1 and 2 out of pocket. So that's all paid out. So now I can get back to fulfilling. We only really were able to send out a couple of books because of that debt. And so I thought, this isn't good. I don't want it to be going this slowly. I don't want to be just doing 1 or 2 here and there. It's just not efficient. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buckle down. I'm gonna do some extra hours of work. I'm gonna get some money, pay off that debt real fast, so I can get to fulfilling much faster. And that's what I've been doing. I've more than, quadrupled, what has been sent out already just today. My plan is to do, like $500 worth of printing or so, maybe even more than that. We'll see how I'm feeling. And what other expenses have to be paid, because I am, out on my own. I have rent to pay, I have bills, I have all that, and we're out of campaign money. That's all gone, so it's all down to out of pocket from me, yours truly, Josh the Amazing Animator. Or so-so animator, or okay animator. That's a subjective thing, but I kind of got the name from, I had this idea of doing like this animation of like one of those ring master fellows, the ones at the circus, and they're just like, Josh the Amazing Animator, just to get like this fun little intro thing I could do for demo reels. I never got around to it because, animation takes time, and that's busy work that you gotta really put a lot of effort and time into if you want to do it well. But anyway, getting back to this, yes, I've started fulfillment again. We're back, baby. So you'll be seeing a lot more Juanpool coming up on Twitter and whatnot. As people share their pictures of the book and whatnot. I love seeing that stuff. I save all those images. I bookmark them all. I love them. I love seeing people get the book. That's what this is all about, you guys. I want people to get the book. I want to get this into people's hands. I've lost a lot of money, doing this campaign, but I don't care, because it's our first one. I knew that this was a possibility going into it. I knew I was probably going to lose some money. I didn't think I would lose as much as I did. But I think it's going to be worth it. I love Troy. I love him to death. I love Juanpool. When he said he wanted to do Juanpool through Science Wizard Comics, I was so excited because I love working with him. I love brainstorm with him. We have all this great chemistry when we're doing, when we're talking creative endeavors. And I couldn't be happier to be getting this book out. I wanted to have Longpool for myself in print. And, I thought, like, why don't I, when he said, hey, I want to be with Science Wizard, I was like, excellent, let's make it happen. Let's just jump right in and do it. And so we did. And, there was a lot to learn. We had a lot of advice and help from other creators who have done crowdfunding before. And even with, the advice and the mentorship of other creators, you still end up, having to learn your own lessons. And I think that's important, because when you make your own mistakes, you're far more likely not to make them again. And we're not going to be making them again. One of the things that we are not going to be doing is starting up a campaign, when the book's not done. It's just not a good idea. Because you don't know what's going to interrupt that process. And so if you have a deadline where you say, like, oh, we're going to be shipping at X date, like we had, we wanted to be shipping back in, like, October of last year. It didn't happen, And even then, before that, we had other dates, that we kept missing, and we kept pushing the shipping date back and back and back as more things kept piling up. And it's not fun. It's not fun because you're letting people down, and that's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to let people down. We don't want to let you down, because we love you guys. You guys supported us. You guys helped make this happen, and that is the thing that hurts us the most. When we're not able to stand by the word that we've given. And I hate that. I know Troy is not a fan of that. I know, most creators are not a fan of that. And there's always going to be some people that that won't, fulfill their requirements. I have a couple of, projects that I've backed that I haven't seen any, movement on or for quite some time, over a year as well, just like Juanpool. But like the difference is that we're always going to be available to you guys. If you reach out to us, we will respond. We will respond cordially. You know, we will respond professionally. We will give you the absolute truth. We're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna run you around, because you're our guys. You know, you're our base. You are our customers, and our friends. You know, a lot of you. And that's the thing. Like a lot of these other people, you know, I've tried to get in contact with them and been like, hey, you know, what's going on with my book, man? Like, where is it? Like, I haven't heard anything. You know, Asgard was the biggest one for me, because I have been trying to get in touch with Ben Jones on every platform I can think of that I know where he is at, and he just will not respond. I don't like that. I don't want to be that, so I'm not that. You know, I'm always going to respond to you guys. We're always going to respond to you guys. If you reach out to Troy, he will tell you it straight. If you reach out to me, I will tell you it straight. Send send a message here through the chat on the YouTube channel when we do our shows at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday. I will answer you. You know, send an email to sciencewizardcomics@gmail.com. Send a tweet or a DM to science, at Science Comics on Twitter. You know, you're always going to get a response. And we're always going to be as professional as we can possibly manage, which is pretty damn professional. I think we do a pretty good job on that end. You know. We've had several people who had to change their addresses. Those books are ready to send out. You know, we've updated the addresses. They're ready to go. They're in a basket right over there, ready to go. Like I'm gonna go out tomorrow morning, first thing, and get these into the post office's hands, provided that they're open. I don't really know exactly what the situation is with the post office on Saturdays and Sundays, on the weekends. And this is a long weekend too. It's the Thanksgiving weekend, so for Canada anyway. I know it's in November for the United States folks that you know are a big supporter of ours. We had a lot more people from the States than Canada, and actually I'm kind of thankful that the majority is from America, because, and this is the weirdest thing, it's actually more expensive to ship things to anywhere in Canada than it is to ship things anywhere in US. It's like a flat rate of like $11.71 to send it anywhere in America, but Canada, it's like almost $2 more. Like, I could send it like 3 doors down, and if I do it through the mail, it'll be like $2 more than if I send it anywhere in America. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. That is bizarre to me. But anyway, so, you know, that's where we're at. That's where Juanpool's at. It is happening. It is finally getting out. The debt is paid, which means movement, and I love that. I can't wait. I'm gonna show you a few things, because I've got a few things I can show, and why not? You know, it's just me today on the Science Wizard Comics Indiesphere stream. So, you know, why not just show you a few things that we've been working on? You know, starting with, of course, Pineapple Pizza Man, which is the comic that I am drawing. This is going to be my very first comic book that I've drawn. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it too. It's been a lot of fun working on it, and I think it's going to be a really fun comic. Here's the cover for issue 1. Now I'm thinking I'm going to do a different cover for the Indiegogo when we launch that, and that'll be the the first printing. It'll be a special cover. Still kind of trying to work out what that cover is going to be, but for the standard issue edition, like, this is going to be the cover. And if we decide to do, Kickstarter as well, if we want to go there and do a second crowdfunding campaign after we do Indiegogo. I know most people do Kickstarter then Indiegogo, but I just really prefer the Indiegogo platform a little more. So, and that's where we kind of have built our base with Juanpool as well. So that really just makes the most sense for us. And so if we do that, we'll probably end up having another cover as well. We've got a few ideas. We've got several different ideas that we've been kind of brainstorming behind the scenes. And you know, I think here is probably as good a place as any to share those. But they're all on my iPad at the moment, so I haven't transferred any of those over to the PC where I do all the streaming through. So I can't show it to you tonight, but I'll get it ready for next time. Next week I will show you the potential, variant covers for the Indiegogo and Kickstarter editions of the book. So this is the one that we will be, trying to get into stores and getting it into, on digital, like online platforms like, what is it called? Kablam. They have the Indie Planet. So we're probably going to go and have our print on demand version, and that's what this cover will be as well. And we'll have that on there. Yeah, I thought I missed something on the art for a second there. But yeah, so if anybody watching has any questions, please let me know. I love interacting with you guys. If you have any questions, if you missed anything and you want me to reiterate something about the fulfillment of Juanpool or the campaign or anything like that, please let me know. I'm trying to keep it short for tonight since it's just me, and I don't know if anyone else is going to be joining me from the Science Wizard team. But the invitation's open for the SWC crew, because we got a lot of projects we're working on. We've got Pineapple Pizza Man here, and oh yeah, that's a good one I can show you guys. Let me see. I just have to remember where I put things. Let me see here. I think it's in Issues, Volume 1. Nope, that's not it. Pages, that's it. Here we go. It's a work in progress. It's just the inks right now on this picture, but this is the first picture I've drawn of all three of the main Science Wizard Comics characters together. So we got Juanpool on the left there, Pineapple Pizza Man on the right, and that's Chicken Warrior at the top there. From Smack and Kraken. So that's a really fun book, man. I've been doing the editing for the art and for the story on Chicken Warrior. I barely had to touch the story because it's just such a great fun story. Really, really great characters, like really well fleshed out, and you're gonna love it. This is the Chicken Warrior himself, the Slayer of Cock, the mystery man of the hour, and he's like this kind of big oafish former slave, and he's got this knowledge from an oracle of sorts, where he knows that the only thing that will kill him, like he is destined to die only at the hands of a monster that he is unfamiliar with. So he kind of just like travels around and just goes where the wind takes him, and seeks out adventure and monsters to fight. Wondering like, is this the one that will best me today, kind of thing. So he's got a love of adventure. He's very boisterous and fun, and then he's got his kind of sidekick that he picks up, in the first issue. Philomena. I'm not exactly sure how her name is properly pronounced. I call her Phil. I call her Phil for short. And she's like this kind of this sexy, sultry kind of dancer girl. She's a little bit of a thief, and she likes to take advantage of people, and she's just always out for number one. And they end up kind of stuck together. They kind of become traveling companions, as luck would have it, because of circumstances of their meeting, and they just got great chemistry. He's very kind of like by the numbers, very blunt and oafish, and just he's very fun. And then Philomena, she's kind of like snide, kind of rude, a little bit like hoity-toity and full of herself. And so they just have this really great dynamic together It's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to you guys reading it. I can't wait to show you more. I'm for Pineapple Pizza Man here. I'm done the roughs for all 42 pages of the first issue, the first double-sized origin issue, if you will. It's a partial origin. It kind of comes in, you know, at sort of the height of Pineapple Pizza Man's hero career. And then we kind of get to flash back to, you know, when he first showed up on Earth and you know, his upbringing, his family, a little bit of that. And you get a sense of for his older brother, his older human brother, adoptive brother, and his name's Edgar. So you get a sense of Edgar and where he's at, because he gets kind of embroiled in the conflict of this book, and so we really want people to have a bit of a soft spot for Edgar as well, not just Pineapple Pizza Man, but so you get to see Pineapple Pizza Man as a baby. It's a lot of fun. I think people are gonna really like Baby Pineapple Pizza Man. We had Marlena on Twitter has already drawn fan art for Baby Pineapple Pizza Man, because we posted a few pieces of art of the roughs of Baby PPM, and she loved it, or he loved it, I guess. He goes by either or, but yeah, he loved it and made this like really cute little 4-panel comic of himself and Baby Pineapple Pizza Man. So I love that. I love fan art wherever I get it, and that was a really cute one. So yeah, you're gonna see a double-sized initial issue for Pineapple Pizza Man. I'm excited about that. I've been working so hard on it, man. You know, it's almost a blessing in disguise. I mean, for this project in particular, that I haven't been able to do the fulfillment because I've had more time to work on Pineapple Pizza Man. But believe me, I'd rather be working on the fulfillment, if just because I really desperately want to get the book out to you guys. So keep an eye out for the Pineapple Pizza Man campaign. I'm hoping that I'll have it ready by the end of the year. If not, sometime early next year, January, February, somewhere around there. But I hope you guys check it out. I've been working hard on it. Theron's been working hard on it. He's the writer, and it's a real labor of love. I've always wanted to draw my own comic as growing up, and I've never really had the confidence to do it. I've never really felt like my art was good enough. But, I've been working a lot with Troy. We've been, back and forthing it, working with Theron, working out the story. And, Troy's really built me up as an artist. He's helped me to grow a lot. And he's injected a lot of confidence in me as well. So I appreciate him for that. And it's really given me the confidence that I needed to actually pursue drawing my own comic. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you like my art. I put a lot of work into it. We got Juanpool here, looking fly as always. I love his gun, all the details on his pistol there. And I added a couple details of my own to his boots. Give it a little bit of flair. I like that. I added these little rune details into the Chicken Warrior gauntlets as well. I like that stuff. I like a few extra little details here and there. Like the crust on Pineapple Pizza Man. Nice and crispy. But yeah, so that's a little bit of a rundown on Chicken Warrior, so look out for that. We are mentoring Smack and Kraken, making sure that this comic is the best that it can be under his hand. And it's looking great so far. You guys are going to love it. It's very action-packed, and this first issue, it's also really funny, and he's got some really cool, really fun layouts for a lot of the pages, like really visceral and visually engaging stuff. Pineapple Pizza Man, I think I've done pretty good there too. I hope you guys love it, and honestly, I don't really have a lot else I can think of to say at the moment. Gamotron, thank you so much for coming. We love Gamotron here at Science Wizard. They're a big supporter. Always fun interacting with Gamotron. Thank you. I'm glad you like my art. I hope a lot of people like my art. I'm making a lot of it. Honestly, I have made more art in the last 2 years than I have in probably the last decade of my life. It's crazy. But I think it's been super positive on my development, on the comic in particular. Doing all the paneling and trying to get this out in a timely manner, you know, it's really forced me to kind of like work on my speed, because I'm not the fastest artist. I'm also a little bit of a perfectionist, so if I see something wrong, you know, I gotta get in there and fix it. But with the comic, you know, at a certain point with that, you really do kind of have to say like, all right, no more iterations, no more, you know, tweaking. You gotta move on, and that's one of the biggest challenges for me doing comic book art now. You know, especially, you know, I'm an animator by trade, so we're used to having like much simpler designs generally than like the very detailed pieces that you get in comic books. Like, look at all that detail in Chicken Warrior there. There's a lot going on. But it's fun. I love the details. I love adding all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, you really do gotta say like, nope, no more at some point. And that was a lesson that Troy taught me as well. You know, he kind of said that early on. He's just like, man, like, I could have been, you know, working on the first issue of Longpool for like a decade, you know, because I just want to always make it better and better and better. And he's like, at some point you just got to say like, no, you got to move on. And I think also because like he was kind of at a point of you know, desperation at the time that he was making Juanpool. He needed to get it out there so he can, you know, get it out and make a little bit of money off of it. You know, because he was on, you know, had fallen on hard times at the time there. Humble Marty, hey, welcome. Thank you for coming to the stream. Oh, that's me. I'm a Tweakzilla. Yes, right? You get it. You get it. I know you do. It's so fun, though. Gamotron, you say, I don't understand Pineapple Pizza Man's physiology at all, but not knowing is probably a good thing. Keeps the mystery alive. Absolutely. I definitely agree with you. I just think it's such a fun and kind of like silly, you know, and absurd thing to see like this walking like slice of pizza. Like a slice specifically, not even like the whole pizza, just a slice. And one of these days I'm actually going to have to, you know, detail out Pineapple Pizza Man's physiology, you know, really like get in there and figure out exactly how everything works. The only thing I can really say right now regarding that is that he is an alien. The details, that's a mystery and it's going to be a mystery for a while. But it's fun. I love thinking about it. I always have, like, every once in a while, I'm just like, got nothing to do, and I'm just thinking about Pineapple Pizza Man. I'm just like, man, what is his physiology? How does he, you know, do it? Yeah, and all we can say to that at the moment is that he's just an alien. But I hope you guys love Pineapple Pizza Man. He's so much fun. My mom really likes him. She thinks he's just the most fun design. She was telling me because I went camping with her, with my fiance and my dad and my sister and her husband, and we were going out there. I gave her her copy of Juanpool while we were out camping, because she backed it. Bless her soul, bless her heart. I love my mom. She's always been the biggest supporter of you know, my goals and dreams and creative ambitions. So she does that. What does he sweat? I like to think that Pineapple Pizza Man sweats like grease. You know, like you get a greasy pizza, you always have that like layer of like grease on top of the cheese. That's what I kind of think. It would be kind of like grease. or because of his you know, his diet and his where his powers come from, it might even be pineapple juice. So Sweet. Delicious. And Gamotron, you say, I'm all for silly, the world needs more silly. I agree, I 100% agree. You know, and the fun thing about Pineapple Pizza Man in his world is that he kind of exists in like sort of a normal world, like a normal kind of Earth with like superheroes and normal people, but he's just like a walking, talking slice of pizza with a pineapple for a head. So he really sticks out. He really stands out, and we've got like a whole lore for like you know, his kind of history on Earth, his history as a superhero. In the comic, we kind of come in at the height of his hero career. But we've got an idea of like where he's been, where he comes from, and also where he's going. Theron, the initial creator, or the co-creator. Well, he's the initial creator. I kind of came in afterwards, and you know, we once we kind of got together, it really started to take shape. But we always kind of had like the same kind of goal for it, like what we want out of it, I think. And so, greasy pineapple juice sweat, handy if he needs to escape from a tight spot. Oh, I could think of a few scenarios where that would be both hilarious and gross. Thank you for coming, Gamotron. I love having you here. You're always got some good commentary to help liven things up. So it's always fun to have people in the chat. But yeah, Pineapple Pizza Man, he's it's surprisingly action-packed in the first issue. Like I have a bit of a more cinematic kind of manga style for tackling action, and they give their action a lot more room to breathe. So when we were first doing, when we were first scripting it out, you know, Theron in particular kind of would have like a lot more panels per page during the action stuff. And as I started drawing, I'm just like, oh, this is going to need more space. This is going to need a whole new page. That one panel there should be a full page splash panel, you know. And so, like, I as the artist, I kind of like went in and sort of, like, we kind of, like, he writes it, and then, you know, I'll edit the writing, and we'll kind of go back and forth until we have like a really nice solid script. And we'll have like a kind of general, he'll have a general idea on his writing of how the paneling should go. And then when I go into it, I kind of like revise that, you know, because like I'm kind of like visualizing it in my head on how I'm going to draw it as I go. And so I'll do that. And then I'll probably do about 2 drafts. He usually does about 2 drafts. And then like after I've done the second draft on the computer, then I'll print it all out. And then just like double check it, you know, I'll kind of go through with a red pen and kind of scratch stuff out, rewrite stuff, move things around, and then bring it back in for a final draft. But it's a process. I mean, I think we probably spent more time on the script than I have so far on the art. But the art is definitely a lot more taxing. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. And this was like my first picture that I've ever drawn of all 3 of our major Science Wizard Comics characters together. I really like how it's come together. This is going to be in the first issue of Pineapple Pizza Man, just as a fun little, you know, kind of pin-up sort of in the book. What do you call that? Just like a fun art page? I'm not really sure what the actual terminology for that should be. Off the top of my head, especially, but yeah, we've got some plans. You know, when we're all done with the first arc for Pineapple Pizza Man, for the first arc of Chicken Warrior and the first arc of Juanpool, the Journey of the Juan arc, we've got some plans to bring all 3 of these characters together. What? What's that you say? Yeah, we're doing a crossover event eventually. It's gonna be fun. They all exist. All 3 of these guys exist in separate worlds, and they are going to be crossing over at some point in time, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. but we also have like alternate reality versions of each of our characters in each other's universe. And I'm going to show you a few of those right now. I'm sure you guys have seen the animation that I did of the Pineapple Pizza Man, but he's like a Chuck E. Cheese style mascot. That was Pineapple Pizza Man in Juanpool's universe. So in Juanpool's universe, it literally is like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of style restaurant called Pineapple Pizza Man, and you know, it's like he's the mascot. They get a guy in a foam Pineapple Pizza Man costume, and he dances around and sells pizza to people. And they've got a theme song where, you know, it's like if where basically it says like, oh, you get 5% off of your total order if you order pineapple on your pizza. Thus why the restaurant is called Pineapple Pizza Man. They incentivize the pineapple agenda. So that's a lot of fun. And then in Pineapple Pizza Man, the Chicken Warrior is in there, but he's not, as you would see him in the Chicken Warrior there. He's actually a superhero in Pineapple Pizza Man's world called War Chicken. And War Chicken is a Indian fried chicken mogul. You know, like he's sort of like the Colonel Sanders of the Pineapple Pizza Man world, and he's started up a chain of restaurants called the Chicken Warriors Fried Chicken, and they've become the biggest chicken restaurant in the world. And he uses his his fried chicken fortune to train himself to become a Batman-esque kind of style superhero. So we've got this this Indian fella running around dressed as a chicken, beating up bad guys in the middle of the night. And of course he has a very strong Indian accent. Because, I mean, of course, he's got that lovely mustache too, which I love. And he shares the same Chicken Warrior emblem as the Chicken Warrior in the Chicken Warrior comic. So that's what that is. And I don't think I have the art on the computer here off the top of my, ready to go for you guys. I'll check. Let's see, we just gotta go to Chicken Warrior, characters, no, nothing in there. Fan art? No. Art. No. Okay, so I don't have it, but Pineapple Pizza Man in the Chicken World universe is sort of like this pineapple-themed paladin, or like what do you call those guys? Like the Crusaders. And he calls himself, I think he's called the Pineapple Crusader. I'd have to double check. We haven't really been working on that part of the Chicken Warrior for yet. It's more of like a down the road kind of thing, but yeah, we've got all these little kind of Easter eggs and kind of like alternate reality versions of each other's characters, you know, that exist in each other's universe, and then of course we've got our own little multiverse that they will eventually cross over into. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. You could call the crossover "Crisis on Finite Pages." I'm not sure I get the reference. I mean, I know you're saying like the Crisis on Infinite Earths thing, but finite pages. I mean, I suppose that's true. A comic book can only be so long. I don't know. We might stray away from like direct reference kind of parodies for it. I think we want our first crossover of our own proprietary characters to be wholly original, I'll say. But anyway, I just want to open it up to questions. If you guys have any questions at all, you know, regarding Juanpool, the fulfillment, upcoming campaigns, you know, details of Chicken Warrior or Pineapple Pizza Man, let me know, and then I'm just gonna close it off there after that. If you guys have any questions, I'll give you a few seconds to think, if you have any, and then I am gonna go have a late dinner with my beautiful fiance. But yeah, so it's pretty much all I got for now. Really just wanted to update everybody, you know, on what's going on with Juanpool, hang out with you guys for a little bit, shoot the shit, and just yeah, hopefully get you guys excited for our upcoming projects as well. You know, there's definitely going to be more Juanpool. He's working on a additional side story called The Offspring. That's going to be coming out, and that's going to be going to the Juanpool backers digitally. And what else? Yeah, we got Pineapple Pizza Man going. We got Chicken Warrior, and yeah, we're working hard. We're working hard on it. It's a lot of fun, man. A few seconds to think. I don't have those kind of thinking brains, says Gamotron. You gotta give yourself a little more credit than that. Come on, Mo. All right, let me just see here. It doesn't look like anybody else in the Science Wizard crew is ready to hop on at the moment. So yeah, unless you guys have any pressing thoughts, I think I'm going to call it a night there. Keeping this one short. It's just me. I mean, there's only so long you guys can stand to see me rambling on all by myself. Gamotron says, it was good to catch you live. Hope you have a lovely dinner. Thank you. I hope you have a lovely evening as well, Gamotron. Humble Marty, always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are able to catch me live more often. We'll see. I'm always doing these streams, the Indiesphere streams, every Friday at 9:30 p.m. EST. I'm going to try to be as consistent with that as I possibly can be. I'm really trying to get back into that. It's difficult because especially when you've got, you're drawing the comic, you're editing, you're fulfilling and all that. It's a lot of stuff to juggle, but I'm gonna do my best. So yeah, you guys know where to find me on Twitter. Anybody else that ends up catching the stream after the fact, you can find me on Twitter at JoshAnimator. Science Wizard Comics over here. You can find that at Science Comics. You can find Smackenkraken at Smackenkraken. Troy is unfortunately not on Twitter at the moment, but hopefully he'll be coming back soon. We'll see. Yeah, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Make sure to subscribe. That always helps. And yeah, just keep an eye out for more. We're going to be bringing on a guest next week to talk about. There's a couple people I want to reach out to, hopefully get them on here, and talk about their campaigns as well. It's always fun getting different perspectives, So thank you guys again for coming out. Have a great night. Hopefully we'll be getting that Juanpool out to you very soon. And